support.
And not the handstand thing, because I see people pressing in a handstand, which is also crazy.
Yep. Nope.
So they do like a backwards roll. Is that programmed somewhere in the games workouts?
They announced the movement so that everyone had a chance to work on them before it comes out, because they didn't want to have that happen again and have people be like at risk of being hurt. But
I think they've become much more like transparent about things so people can be better prepared ahead of time, which makes sense because the stakes, like the demands just keep getting higher and higher. When we first were watching the games, I mean, we went to regionals that year and like very few people could do ring muscle ups at all. True.
There were people who were really struggling on those burpee ring muscle ups. It was terrible.
Remember that guy, that smaller guy.
He was just like flopping.
He hacked the burpee, but he would like just, how we say like just fall down and get back up. He literally would do that. He would just fall down, but then he'd like roll over and like sit up and then stand. It was very weird.
It was very weird. But I think that's like. And like shout out to Ryan Pettit who just got his bar muscle up. I think like it's so much fun because we've seen more people as we've seen the bar get raised with the CrossFit Games.
Right.
I feel like we get to see people's abilities raised faster than we.
Well, and don't we like? Isn't it like Annie Thor's daughter like kick it into her ring muscle up at the ranch in one of their first games there?
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you look at like, well, how many athletes do we have in our gym that can do ring muscle ups, and then of course like bar muscle ups. It's pretty cool. It's amazing.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with people working hard on mastering the basics, and then like taking it extra.
Yes.
And that's one reason why I really liked going to the another reason why I liked the gymnastics course, because Nathan Bird, who like kind of heads it up, talks specifically about helping people master those basics, but also like really giving you lots of opportunities so you can teach people better. And I feel like that's something that we weren't really, when we first started CrossFit, there was like not a lot of.
It was
Wild West,
so much fun. It was so fun, and there was probably more injuries than maybe. And I mean, we were also really proud of some of our injuries, but now I think it's a little bit more of a refined art where we're teaching people in ways that, really helps support longevity.
Yeah.
Like kipping and strict. Oh my gosh, that.
So good.
Yes, I don't know if I don't think I would have liked that. I don't know if I would have been patient enough to do 5 strict pull-ups before I started kipping.
Right. I think there's even if you get there, there's still an opportunity to go backwards. And that's something I think that, like you go back and you still go back to like, okay, I still want to work on this so you can keep getting better at the other thing.
Definitely got my kipping pull-up before my strict pull-up.
Same.
Yeah. And then I was like, oh, now I can do a strict pull-up. And then now we're coaching people like really good, strong strict pull-ups. Like, oh my gosh, like America, she can do so many strict pull-ups. And I don't think she's kipping it, but I'm like, you're ready, girl. You can do it. But it's cool to know that we're doing it in a way that's like really supporting that strength.
So this year the CrossFit Games is going to be in San Jose, California, and it's going to be really cool. They're doing so many cool things at the ranch, so that people are going to be out at the ranch again. They actually get to have a ranch experience where people are going to go drive and go and like get to go tour and be inside where they did all the things.
And I'm looking like the first games must have been in 2007, huh? And so, oh my gosh, this is going to be so fun. Then it's going to be the 2007 hopper. But are they actually going to use the hopper?
So that in addition to them pulling this workout as like the first workout. So the hopper model, if you haven't ever heard about the hopper model is one of the models of CrossFit. Is like, if anybody, like the person who is fittest is the person who can like, if someone pulled any sort of thing out of the hopper, bunch of different movements, times, etc., the person who is the fittest would be the person who would be able to perform at all of those things and be able to do well.
So think about, have you ever seen like the workout dice? That's just like another version of the hopper. But the hopper, like they had this big giant hopper,
literally
full of different movements and reps.
It's rusty and gross.
Yeah, it's so cool. And they just roll that thing around, pull something out, and be like, I don't know, pull-ups, and it would be okay. And then another movement, is it going to be
it's an
back
AMRAP
squat
or whatever,
or this is or this is for time, or this is 5 rounds or 21, 15, 9 or whatever. Yeah.
So that's actually the first workout that they did in 2007 was that what they did was they pulled these movements out. How many rounds? That's what this workout is.
Actually pulled out? Okay.
So the first workout is the 2007 hopper. So it'll be 1,000-meter row, and then the athletes are going to do 5 rounds of 25 pull-ups and then 7 push jerks, and it's going to be like, I think it's 85, 115, but I am pulling that out of my brain and not.
Oh, it's not listed here.
Yeah, so that's the first workout, but they're actually going to have that workout, and like other spectators get to do it too outside of there. So it's going to be like a fun like user experience.
Take it to the living room.
Take it to the living room, and then that day, that's the other workout they've announced is the ranch 7,200-meter run. So it's a trail run out at the ranch.
Lots of dusty ups and downs on those hills.
Probably carrying something. Who knows?
Well, 7,200. So that's going to be what? 4 miles.
So 5K is 5,000 meters. So it's like, yeah, a little more. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that'll be.
It's reasonable. And
decent even without carrying something.
And then they'll also be doing the 1 rep max of a back squat, then max shoulder press, max deadlift. So those
is called the CrossFit Total.
Yes. And so all 3 of those are the ones that they've announced so far. There's been and that's exciting because then they've announced a couple of movements, but that's about all we know. We know there's going to be a pool workout. We know there's going to be a lot of repeat pieces from previous games. So which I really love.
Like that. I like that idea.
Love the idea of like there's still 20, so it's 20 years of events, and usually CrossFit Games is only like 13 events. And so, or somewhere in there. So it'll be interesting because lots of opportunity for variety there. And Dave Castro said, like, no matter what gets pulled out of the hopper. So I want to go back to the hopper. So for this hopper experience, they're going to have somebody else pull the movements out. Like, they have a special guest that's going to help come pick out what the workout will be.
Special guest.
Yeah, they're like making it all special. And
secret, and we don't know.
I think it's a secret. I don't think they're telling anybody. And so they're gonna have that person pick things out of the hopper, and then everyone will know the movements, but they won't know what exactly the workout will look like. Okay. So it's gonna get designed kind of based on what they have already.
Oh, okay. So like the rep scheme or the rounds or that.
Some of that might
will be up
maybe up for someone's
Dave Castro to.
It's not even Dave Castro. There's some conversation about him actually letting somebody else program it. Too. There's some real hints at like the changing of the guard in this.
As long as he's still kind of in the game maker role, I think that'll be interesting this year. Because past years been fine, like that cool, but it's kind of fun that he's back.
Yeah, totally. I think it's fun to see him.
Everybody loves to hate him, so it's just fun to be like, he's torturing these poor athletes, and then you're like, okay, that's actually pretty fun.
Yeah, and I think it's kind of like, what's the programming of the week going to look like with us, or when we know that there's certain days of the week when things are going to be, it kind of makes it fun. So going back to like why I think it's one reason why I like CrossFit, why I feel like I'm a fan of it for all the reasons, is because it really does prepare you for a lot of unknown things. And lately I've been thinking about why so much crossover there is for like CrossFit and like mental health work, and like the needs of our people that we work with differ by like degree, not kind, but have very similar needs for being able to have their people's like whole health being approached well. Everyone has different needs for sleep, different needs for their nutrition, different needs for their relationships, etc. But there's still, it's varied, but it's also like still there. There's still need to be able to squat, right? Like we still need to have relationships with people. We still need to have
and just like you were talking about today, like even just following that, like mechanics, consistency, intensity, like even following that, like it absolutely translates over to mental health as well. And I think that's part of why we have shifted things than the way we do things, because it used to just be like, let's just be so intense and see what happens. And now it's really exciting and fun, and I think a lot of people, like young people, adventurous people, like to do that. But then when we realize, like, well, actually, we want to do this forever. This is part of my, like, lifestyle. And then it's like, okay, maybe I do learn strict pull-ups before I do kipping, you know?
Right.
Because then there's that ability to, like, translate. And I think it's also true with mental health. You can just push yourself to the extremes, dealing with intense stress, dealing with what, you know, first responders, ER. Like, I mean, I think we've all kind of been there, too.
Yeah.
And then you start realizing, yeah, I like the adrenaline rush, but also I think I need a little bit of self-care in the mix.
And self-care is such a, I think people get kind of, on my soft talk there, humans get dialed in at times in like these kind of self-care routines, but in some ways it doesn't necessarily like prevent burnout. It doesn't prevent.
Right.
Because what's happening is we're like softening things versus choosing our heart and getting the opportunity to choose what we do for that's difficult versus and then choosing when we take rest days and knowing when to rest, not to quit of in life. And I guess that's I've really I love a good pedicure, right? Self-care. But I also really love like going to bed at the same time, which is I like or making sure I have my CPAP.
Right. You see, or she just got to upgrade your CPAP. It looks very sleek. It looks like a
happy about it.
Little bit of like a stormtrooper look to it instead of the old one.
Yeah, it's a little flowery. But I think when people as athletes or people who come into the gym, they think, oh, I'm gonna come and do workouts. I'm gonna work out, and there's so many different pieces that then come out of it that were not necessarily on people's radar.
Right. Let me quick get Obi. Obi, stop it. Come here.
I think our dog got into something. Go. He shouldn't have been in it too. He's very.
Come on. Get out. Come on.
Watch out. Probably something's gonna get knocked over. So when I think about onboarding and helping people know what it is they come in for, in some ways it's like this subtle thing. Like a person comes in and it's like, I want to work out, I want to take better care of my life, I take better care of my body, or all these things, and they don't realize they're also going to get like opportunities to build friendships, be more, have an AMRAP mentality when they're flying on an airplane, or having
what is that?
Well, just like being like, oh, it's only 10 more minutes, right? Like I can do anything for 10 minutes. I can hang out for 10 minutes and keep, stay the course and build that mental toughness of like chipping away at smaller things for a while. Those are all mental models that help a person get through different things that they maybe did not have in terms of their toolbox when they first came in.
Or also part of that too, like chipping away at things or realizing I have better overall response when I take a rest day or I scale this day and then I go hard this day, so like the rest is part of that too, like you're talking about. It also translates to, okay, maybe I don't take on all the extra things right now because I need to have a rest day.
Yeah. I've been really impressed with the people who have, I think, recently started being like, I still want to go into the gym, but I'm going to go in and I'm going to get in the sauna. Or I'm going to go in and do the Normatec boots. I'm going to take that, slow it down and like change my dose, right? Like minimum effective dose is going to help you continue to build that hedge of wellness and for a long time. But if at times we just like really want to just like go hard and then like empty that full tank and feel what it's like to be totally like hit the intensity button times 10, and I think about that a lot with like our jobs and why, and I think go back to like our first responder friends, like they do a lot of work, but they have a harder time sometimes turning it off.
And that's also true for so many different people in different walks of life, whether it's like parents or servers at restaurants that are busy, or the wine industry, or harvest, or like all sorts of different things that we see around here. The school years, even you think about all the school year, like the dynamics of like leading up to the end of the school year, all these teachers that are just like putting it all out there and then they're just done, like it's there's a lot of kind of that crossover. You don't want to burn yourself out in a workout that's, you know, going to require some more endurance, or you don't want to burn yourself out in life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So going back to the CrossFit Games, the great CrossFit Games is a whole season, you know, like we'll be done with this season, and then there will be different things that people will be training for at that time after they're done with it. And I think we also have like variety in our seasons of life, right? So we train for a season at times in our own, you know, like, okay, this is the time when we have kids, and this is the time that we're really focusing on going and doing adventures, or this is the time that we're really focusing on
School,
our careers, or school,
Yeah.
or and sometimes those seasons we have to remember, like, it's for a time, and it's not not forever. So
yeah, exactly. Well, so this year it's starting. Oh boy, got some excited dog over here. This year is starting Wednesday, July 22, and then it'll probably wrap up on Sunday morning or
afternoon.
Afternoon. Okay.
Usually about 5 o'clock on Sunday afternoons, because there'll probably be some sort of television. The games will be streamed. We will be turning them on at the gym as soon as they start. We will be streaming and plan for a watch party for some of the bigger events Saturday night. There's like usually some pretty cool things that happen in like the stadium, and so we'll watch some stuff and hang out and snack and do burpees when there's cool things happening. I don't know, but
try the new movement.
No,
strict first.
I mean, it's definitely like looks like a strict movement in a lot of ways, but so I think we'll see some opportunity for us to just enjoy the expression of fitness. It's kind of like watching. It's kind of like my Super Bowl, right? Like it's full, or what people are right now watching with the World Cup, right? So there's so many crossovers, but this is the time where we, you know, engage and lean in and watch and have some fun.
And reflect on our own journeys and how far like we've come in our own. I mean, lots of ups and downs. Same with these athletes, you know, injuries, surgeries.
Yeah, people coming back who haven't been around,
or just new up and comers. It's so fun.
Yeah. So I challenge you to come and invest a little bit, watch a little bit of some of the stuff on the CrossFit Network, or the CF Network, or the CrossFit.com stuff. They've got tons of behind the scenes things. You'll see, get a little bit more acclimated to knowing who's who in the thing, but there's going to be some. I think it's going to be a totally different year. The women's field is going to be super fun to watch, I think. Men's field is totally different because we don't know who will win. And this year, the champion isn't even going to be there, you know, from last year for the women, and now we've got a whole new playing field. So it's fun.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be cool. So check it out. Let's get some excitement going to, like, you know, be a good fan, like pay attention, like who are the interesting people. I mean, like, for example, Holland from Norway, everybody's been loving watching him, and you know, he's an incredible athlete, and maybe he just his team Norway got eliminated yesterday. I was very sad,
right? But it's
so
Messi
fun.
Who's excited. People are excited.
I know, but it's just so fun to watch people and see these personalities and see these amazing feats of athleticism. Get excited about it and talk to us, because we're going to be nerding out.
We will. Don't worry. We'll talk about all the things. So if you are, it's a great opportunity for us to share and celebrate the adventures that a lot of you have been on. We're on the last little bit of our DCF Adventure Challenge, and we've got cool people coming in to teach us about Olympic lifting, and so it'll be cool to watch those folks doing it pretty heavy, and we'll work on getting better at those movements. So I'm excited. So this will come out hopefully in the next couple of days, and you'll be able to watch this episode and be all excited and stoked. So talk to your friends, mark your calendars, and remember, we're just building an opportunity to do actually the things that you want to do in life. So
we're building a hedge.
Building a hedge. Like, what do you mean? What's a hedge? I don't understand. But the goal is for us to live happy, healthy lives, right? Healthier, more connected, and being aware of each other and celebrating each other's wins. So, you know, high five some people, and we'll see you at the gym this week.
See you at the gym.
Yeah.
Or
somewhere else.
Somewhere else.